Hello, it's Goji here, and welcome to another video. And today marks the 11th anniversary of the Monsterverse. And I was going to do a Monsterverse month this month, but I didn't feel like it. So, you know what? Why not? But I didn't want to forget about it. So, you know what? Why not just cut the crap, cut the bullshit, and rank all these Monsterverse projects. Let's rank them all. Let's rank all the Monsterverse projects from my favorite to least. To my least. Let me roll that. From my least favorite to favorite. Starting off with 7. So there's 7 Monsterverse projects so far, and let's get started. Coming in at number 7, we have Skull Island. Yeah, ain't gonna lie, I don't think I'm ever gonna come back to that show, and I'm scared to come back to that show because yeah, it was something. It's kind of sad when even the creators realize that, yeah, maybe we should make a second season to this, and they just decided to make a comic. It's kind of sad, and I have a feeling that comic's going to do very poorly. Yeah. Yeah. The Skull Island anime. Yeah. Basically, I don't remember much of this show, mostly because most of the characters are bland and forgettable, with the exception of the dog character and the main female lead character. You know what I'm talking about. I don't know the character's name. You can probably we know which character I'm talking about. The one with the tragic backstory, the one who spends most of the time on the island. That female character who's on the island, who gets trapped on the island. That character, whatever her name is, someone can probably point down in the comment section below. But that character, you know which character I'm talking about. The one who ends up a dog. Yeah. And that's probably the only character I actually do care about, who's actually looks like they're giving a damn. Because most of the lines in this show are just comedic. Way too comedic. They're just way too comedic and way too... Like, I legit remember my first time watching the show, and let's just say I was full with rage. A lot of rage at some of the idiotic stuff that happens in this show. A lot of rage, yeah. It was not a fun watch. I can say I was full with a lot of rage when I first watched the show. And yeah, I'm not looking forward to revisiting that for when I get to the Toku era review. Not looking forward to that. Because, yeah. Yeah. Okay. Anyways, coming in. Fuck. These next 2 entries, let's just get these out of the way. Coming in at number 6, number 5, the Wingard films. GSK coming in at number 6, and JVK coming in at number 5. Yeah, I'm not a fan of either of these films. These films are probably tight. You can switch back and forth. I don't care. But that's not true. I think I like GVK a little bit more than GSK. Or it's the other way around. I don't know. These two switch back and forth, so they can be in either place either day. So mainly because I have the same feelings about them. They feel samey, and that's... And the Wingard films just don't feel... It's nice they got a director to come back for a second film, but let's be real, these films don't feel full. Like, we're not missing like the full picture. We don't got the full movie. It just feels like an uncut movie. Like, GSK is just... Granted, GSK has some amazing kaiju action. It has some of the amazing kaiju. That's not the problem with the movie. I love the kaiju action in that movie. But What brings that movie down the most for me is the fucking human scenes. The human scenes are so goddamn, exposition after exposition. They just splat you with exposition, not giving you a single time to get used to these characters and seeing you, like, giving you moments with these characters. Like, they don't give you enough time to spend with these characters. They don't give you enough time. Like, I'm sorry, I'm not a big fan of GSK. What? Okay. But I am not a big fan of GSK, and yeah, just no. No. Just no. Yeah. GSK is just, oh, yeah. Oh my god, GSK is just a bland and forgettable movie. I just can't. Also, I have to talk in my silent voice because I'm telling me to be quiet. Anyway, but I need and let's just say I can't stand GSK. It is the worst movie ever. Well, not the worst movie. I wouldn't go that far. It is in the bottom. I would put it in D tier, but it's one of the worst. I don't really like GSK. It's pretty bland and forgettable, and I honestly don't care much for it. It is easily the weakest out of the Monsterverse films. When it comes to films, it's easily the weakest. GVK, GVK. Okay, I'm gonna have to switch it around. Okay, GVK is actually at number 6, and GSK is at number 5. So, okay, is that number 5? So GVK is at number 5, and GSK is at number 6. Yeah, because at least with GSK, the monster action is fun. Like, I don't know, both of these movies just tend to switch back and forth, so they could probably be at either place. But anyway, let's just say 5 and 6 for now. At 5 and 6 is GSK and GVK. These movies can be switched back and forth, so I always say my GSK, but it's again GVK. Godzilla vs. Kong is not as good as the original. I'm sorry. I know it has its fans. I know there's many people who love this film. When I first saw it, my legit reaction was like, huh. Huh. That was, huh. Yeah, I know. What a shock. I didn't like GVK. Like, I'm sorry. The kaiju fights are cool and all, but I can't even say that because we don't get much of the kaijus in that movie. Like, we don't get a lot of, like, they build up the whole Earth. We do go to the whole Earth, and you just don't see much of it. We don't see much of the whole Earth. And we get introduced to these new characters that we know nothing about. But Team Kong, it follows Team Kong, Team Godzilla, Team Mono, Team Apex, and most of the crew. Team Kong is interesting. I do. Oh, Jaya holds both these movies. I do enjoy Jaya's characters the most. She's probably the most interesting character, and Irene Andrews and Jaya's character, and Alexander Skarsgård's character. I do enjoy them the most. They're probably the best villain characters in the entire movie. Like, I don't know, they're the best winning characters. And like, I think Team Kong, the three core members of Team Kong, are probably the best villain characters in the Wingard films. And oh yeah, and Trapper from GXK. Not a big fan of him. I hate that he's returning. God, I hate that he's returning. Unlike some, I don't know. I know people always say that Trapper's returning, but I'm not the fan. I'm not a fan of him returning. Yeah, but GVK is yeah. Human scenes are just there to move the plot forward. I think that's the problem with these two films, with the Wingard films, is that they don't give much. That Wingard doesn't know what to do with the human scenes, so he just splats whatever he wants. He doesn't know what to do with the human scenes, and he doesn't even follow up on any of the lore from King of the Monsters, which kind of sucks. And for people who say that the stakes have gone up, like because this is big threat, this is a big threat that they have to team up against. Okay, I'm sorry, he's just a big giant robot. He is not that big of a threat as Mechagodzilla. Yes, he's powerful, but let's be real, he can't destroy the world. Like, eventually, he'll probably run out of power. And even if he beating Godzilla and Kong, I'm pretty sure Mechagodzilla will probably be taken out by the military, or the humans will find some way to take it out. The humans will find some way to take out Mechagodzilla. Yeah. No. Yeah. And plus, that Mechagodzilla design is just... I know it has its fans, but me personally, I love Kyu. That's not a good Mechagodzilla. Kyu's my personal favorite Mechagodzilla design. Mechagodzilla from GVK, I'm not a big fan of. It looks too Transformer-y. And I love the Michael Bay Transformers, but you don't need to be bringing that into Godzilla. I love the Bayverse Transformers, so yeah, I'll say that proud. And okay, that movie phase that I love Transformers Look on the Moon, and Age of Ascension. I don't like The Last Night and Revenge of the Fallen. I do like Flash Beast though. Haha. Yeah, okay, I like the Bayverse Transformers. Don't judge me. But I'm not a big fan of the Mechagodzilla design that they gave. They made him look way too skinny and Godzilla-like-y. At least with the past Mechagodzilla designs, yes, you can tell it didn't look like Godzilla, but it was Godzilla-like. Like, it has some of his traditional features of Godzilla. It kind of looked like Godzilla. This Mechagodzilla doesn't look nothing like Godzilla. He just looks like an oversized dinosaur. That's what he looks like. Oversized, a robot dinosaur. That's basically what. You remember that comic from where Godzilla fought a bootleg Mechagodzilla? That Robo Dino, whatever. You know which comic I'm talking about. Where he fought like a whip-off Mechagodzilla. You know which comic I'm talking about. The Dark Horse comic where he fought a robot Mechagodzilla that wasn't actually Mechagodzilla. That's what this Mechagodzilla feels like to me. And what's crazy is that Mechagodzilla did it better than this Mechagodzilla. So that's kind of sad when a rip-off Mechagodzilla does a better job of doing a Mechagodzilla than GVK. But I guess the fight scenes with Godzilla and Kong are pretty cool. The final battle with Godzilla and Kong versus Mechagodzilla is not really that interesting. Not that interesting at all. Well, I'm not a big fan. I'm not a big fan of this movie, and it's not really my cup of tea. But with that said, moving on to number 4. Oh, this is when we get into the good stuff. Okay, what I put at number 4? This is where it gets tough. I'm gonna have to go with Monarch Legacy of Monsters. I know it's recent, but my god, I love this show. I love it. Well, sort of. Episode 1 through 4, I will say, is a bit of a slow start and didn't. Okay, episodes 1 through 3 were a bit of a slow start, but from 4 to 10, that whole show was amazing. Like, I know many people say that it had a good start, slow middle, interesting end. No. Slow start, interesting middle, and amazing end. Like, I was enjoying the show this entire time I was watching it. Like, it was amazing. Like, I enjoyed it. It was peak. It was pretty awesome. I enjoyed the Monarch Legacy of Monsters. It was pretty good. Everything I can say about this film is peak fiction. Peak fiction. And yeah. It's peak. I enjoyed every character in this show. Like, every character moments. I enjoyed the cast, whatever the names were. I haven't seen them in a while, so I probably don't remember the names. So just probably, you know what's the. I don't remember the names. I ain't really because I'll call for that. But pretty much the entire cast pulled up their entire work. They did their job well, and Akiko, not Akiko. What's her name? I forgot her name. The character with PTSD, Huichi, not Huichi. I don't remember their names. I'm sorry, but the cast did pretty well. I enjoyed the cast, and the monster scenes were pretty cool, even though they were barely in the show. Yeah, for a show called Monarch Legacy of Monster, the monsters weren't in the show that long, so don't expect a lot of monster action in this show. They're barely on screen. Like, most of the time is dedicated to the humans. Like, the Monarch, it's mostly dedicated to Monarch. There's barely any monsters on screen. So don't expect a lot of monster action in the show. It's mostly Monarch focused, so yeah. But I enjoyed it. It was pretty good. It's mostly human focused instead of monster driven, so I enjoyed it. I enjoyed it for what it was. It was pretty good. But what do I think? Okay. And I enjoyed it. I loved it. Probably right in the middle when it comes to the Monsterverse. But now we get into the top 3. Godzilla 2014. Yes. Okay. This movie went from loving it, from it being okay, for me almost hating it, for me probably putting it in an F, almost. But then came the Wingard films. It's like, yeah, you know what? 2014 is pretty good. Then came the Wingard films, and it was like, yeah, you know what? 2014 is pretty good. It's pretty good. Yeah, and plus I rewatched it like 2 years ago. But yeah, I haven't seen these movies in a long time. But Monarch Legacy of Monsters, a couple months ago, I did. I think I saw it like in February, I believe. So like a couple months ago. I think in January or something. I don't remember. But I enjoyed it. Bryan Cranston's character is the Brody family is pretty interesting, and I enjoyed the military. I like how serious it takes itself, and how dark and gritty it is, and how serious it is, and how grounded it is. I like that this movie is grounded, and there's a reason behind that. They're trying to go for the attempt for what 1954 did. They didn't get it quite there, but it was a nice attempt, but I enjoyed it. It was pretty fun. It's probably one of the best in the Monsterverse, and it's an easy watch. And I legit remember that. Well, my theater experience wasn't kiss of death for Godzilla, while most people's theater experience was yeah, yeah, was going crazy. People going crazy for that. My theater experience, I saw a late night showing, so yeah, we were the only one. Me and my family were the only ones in theaters. In theater, yeah. So it was basically awkward silence. So yeah, and plus I didn't even have any popcorn to chew on. So it yeah. So I enjoyed 2014. It was pretty fun, but uh that's pretty much it. I enjoyed it. It was the most fun out of the Monsterverse. Well, not fun. It's pretty dark. Dark. It's pretty dark. I enjoyed it, and it's pretty serious. So you need to be in the right mindset to be watching this film. So yeah, I enjoyed 2014. So yeah. With that said, let's move on to number two. Number two, Kong Skull Island. Kong Skull Island. You thought I was gonna say I hated this film. No, I actually enjoyed this film. Kong Skull Island was probably my theater experience monster this film, because the theater was pretty hyped for the Kong Skull Island movie. That theater was hype as hell for the Kong Skull Island movie. From what I remember, it was pretty hype. The hype was real for Kong Skull Island. The theater was pretty hype, like pretty intense. Like yeah, and plus it was packed. Like the theater was pretty much every aisle was packed with seats. So yeah, I enjoyed Kong Skull Island. It was probably my favorite Monsterverse project, and easily the best Kong movie so far. And utilizes Kong's character and give him a unique personality. Unlike in the GVK and GSK, where he's just Kratos Kong. And not the rageful Kratos from Greek. He's Kratos, Norse Kratos Kong. Norse Kratos Kong. That's basically what he is in those movies. He's basically just Norse Kratos Kong. Yeah. That's the best way to put it. And GVK, not GVK, why did I say GVK? Kong Skull Island is pretty much the second best Monsterverse movie, and I enjoyed it. It's probably easily one of my favorites Kong movies ever. I enjoy it more than Peter Jackson King Kong, to be honest. Yes, I will say that. I enjoy it more than Peter Jackson King Kong. And the skull claws are pretty unique. Oh, should probably talk about the Mutos and truthfully. Let me go back a little bit. Number three, the Mutos are pretty interesting. Godzilla's pretty interesting, and I guess that was awesome. Yeah. Okay. Number two, Kong Skull Island is pretty interesting. I enjoyed it. It was my favorite in the Monsterverse. I enjoyed everything about that film. Peak Monsterverse. And it's kind of sad that we never really that they really never topped Kong Skull Island. They never really topped it. Well, sort of. Kinda. Yeah. At least in my eyes. At least in the audience's eyes. The general audience's eyes. That they never really reached that character development. And they never had that. We never really got that much character development in terms of human stuff since Kong Skull Island. So yeah, it's easily one of the best. Well, that's not entirely true. I do enjoy number one, Godzilla King of Monsters. Easy, the best Monsterverse movie ever. It's easy the 65th anniversary of Godzilla, and they go out and they show off manga of a film. I don't give a fuck if this film had a bad reputation, had a bad box office score, a bad Rotten Tomatoes, a bad IMDb. I don't care. I love this film. It is easily the best American Godzilla film. It's way better than G98. Way better than it's better than Wingard films. It's a tight better than 2014. It's easily the best Monsterverse film in time. It's pretty much a good founded Godzilla film. Easily one of the best. One of the best Godzilla films. I enjoy it. Peak fiction. Like, we get the most iconic Toho innovations of King Ghidorah. Oh my god. King Ghidorah. He fucking owns this movie. Every time he's on screen, he just steals the show. Like, he just has a presence on screen. He is terrifying. Like, I remember my theater reactions to the Monsterverse movie. The whole theater went like, said, "Oh shit!" That I'm not kidding. When King Ghidorah popped up, the whole theater went, "Oh shit!" No joke. Yes, I'm not kidding. And Vodan, like, and when Vodan's like, and when Vodan appeared, you know what they said? Damn. When Vodan appeared for the first time, they said, damn. That's what they said. That's what they said. Damn. That's what the whole theater said. Damn. My God. I don't know why they said that, but okay. And when Mothra pulled up, it's like, and when Mothra pulled up on screen, they said, beautiful. That was a legit reaction to my theater experience. I don't know why. It was the most fun, unique theater experience I ever had. And believe it or not, people were actually applauding to this movie at the end. They actually liked this movie. Like, I don't understand the people who hated this movie. So, yeah. I enjoyed it. It was fun. King of the Monsters was easily the best theater experience I ever. One of the best Godzilla theater experience I ever had. I didn't have a Shin Godzilla theater experience, so I don't know. Mostly because they have a limited theater. That was nowhere near me. Yes, thank you, Shin Godzilla, for having only limited theater. But yeah, King of the Monsters has had some of the best Toho innovations. Well, for the most part, I think with one negative I can say to the film. Rodan is probably my favorite. This is probably one of my favorite Rodans. One of my favorite Rodans and favorite King Ghidorahs. I think my major nitpick with this film is the Mothra design. It's I'm gonna get a lot of hate on this, and I'm probably in the minority on this, but I am not a fan of the Mothra design and of this Mothra design. I think of this V design that they gave Mothra. Like, the character herself is interesting. I do enjoy the character herself, but design-wise, yeah, they should have probably gone with a Monsterverse version of the Toho Mothra. Like, design wise, it doesn't look Mafia it looks more like a bee with claws. So yeah, doesn't maybe look like a Mothra to me. It yeah, it's probably the most drastic kaiju design from the Monsterverse. I know many people say Megazord is the most drastic, but nah, I think Mothra is, to be honest. She's pretty drastic from her original design and looks pretty different. I'm not the biggest fan of this Mothra, mostly because of how the design looks. I think it's just because I've gone so used to Mothra looking like a big plushie or a big plush of herself for the majority of her films. With drastic changes, I was kind of hoping they would go for that. Like, go for something, like, they would go for a modern take of the Tokyo SOS, the Final Wars Mothra, and just go a little bit different and have it be sized up, look more like a moth, have it some of the similar traits from Mothra. Like, that would have been cool to see, but yeah, when I saw the toy image from Mothra, I was like, I was not happy with that. I was like, that's not Mothra. My legit reaction under the name Superfanettes was, that's not Mothra, right? And everybody said yes, 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 yes. Like, oh no. And my reaction was, oh no. Yeah, that was legit my reaction to that. Yeah. So yeah, I'm a big fan of that design of Mothra. Yeah. I'm not the biggest fan of the Monsterverse Mothra. Don't get me wrong, her character's pretty interesting, but design wise, it's not that good. I enjoyed Rodan. I enjoyed King Ghidorah. And Godzilla 2019 to 2021 Godzilla is pretty peak Godzilla design. Way better than whatever they did with freaking GSK Goji. Yeah. I enjoyed that design. Yeah, I enjoyed it. And every scene in this movie is pretty. This is probably the most visual that the Monsterverse has ever looked, and I enjoy it. I enjoyed the heck out of it. Peak Monsterverse. It has never reached this point again in its seventh Monarch Legacy of Monsters, but when it comes to the Monsterverse films, it hasn't reached this point ever again. I'm hoping with Supernova that we actually get a good Monsterverse movie. I'm hoping. Please, God. Please. Please listen to the fans. Give us good characters. Give us good Monsterverse villains. Give us good story. Give us good visual effects. Give us a good Monsterverse movie, please. 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 Please give us a good Monsterverse story. Yeah. But with that said, this is going to sign off. And remember, stay big, G fans. See you in the next one. Bye bye.